Welcome to Daily Truths with Dave Ahlman.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Daily Truths. I got a question for you. How come it is that sometimes when we go to a shop or a store and we ask them to do something, they'll look at us and with a straight face, they'll say, I can't do that, or we can't do that. We as human beings have limitations, right? The other day, this guy came up to me at this church that I'm serving, Mount Hope Lutheran, and he wanted me to run something off on the computer, and to get a computer, to plug it into the printer and to print something off. Well, I'm not a computer guy. I'm a phone guy. As a matter of fact, we do these broadcasts, if you will, on my phone. So I looked at him and I said, I can't do that. Sometimes, and this is more serious, obviously, maybe a loved one goes to the doctor and the doctor is, because this person is very, very sick, says to us and to the person who's sick, there's nothing more we can do. Those are tough words to hear, right? We as human beings have limitations. Have you ever noticed that sometimes we put limitations on God, on what God can do? One of the things you'll never hear God say is, I can't do that. In this text, in Matthew chapter 9, verses 19 and 20, remember this guy by the name of Jairus, we talked about this yesterday, who's a synagogue ruler and has all kinds of responsibilities in the synagogue, and obviously is a man of God, comes to Jesus, and we pick it up in verse 18. While he was saying these things to them, behold, a ruler came in and knelt before Jesus, saying, my daughter has just died, but come and lay your hand on her and she will live. Now, do you think Jesus looked at that guy and said in the next verse, I can't do that? No. Now, remember, this is the first time it's mentioned in the book of Matthew that Jesus has power over death. And so this is what verse 19 says. And Jesus rose and followed him with his disciples. In other words, Jesus was basically saying, yeah, I can do that. I have power over death. And what's amazing is the disciples followed him. Can you imagine? Here's this ruler that comes to Jesus and said, my daughter is sick. She's died, but you can raise her from the dead. And the disciples are going, what in the world? Are you kidding me? And so no wonder they follow. And you can imagine the conversation they're having with one another all the way until they get to Jairus' home. Can he do this? Is he really going to do that? Does he have power over death? Can he conquer the grave? Can he give victory over death to this young lady? Well, God is God, and he can do anything. And basically, Jesus was saying, yeah, I can do that. And he rose and he went, and the disciples followed him. Done. Simple as that. God is omnipotent. That means he's all powerful. That means he can do anything at any time when he wants. There's 4 words you'll never hear God say in the scriptures. I can't do that. So when you're coming before God and you're praying to him, remember that he's all-knowing, all-powerful, all-present. He can do anything at any time. For crying out loud, he made the world out of nothing. He made the universe out of nothing. He made all living things out of nothing. He simply said the word, boom, and it came into existence. When he made Adam and Eve, obviously he took a lump of clay, molded and fashioned this marvelous creature by the name of Adam, that he took Adam's rib and he fashioned and molded this marvelous creature by the name of Eve. I mean, he can do anything. And so many times we put limitations on God, we put him in a box and we think, well, he really can't do that. Remember who you're praying to. So when you pray, know that God will never say, I can't do that. But he sometimes will say, I won't do that. And there's reasons for it. So go boldly before the throne of God, realizing that who you're praying to is the all-knowing, all-powerful, almighty, all-living God who can do anything at any time. He will never say to you in your prayers, I can't do that. I love this story. I hope that's helpful for you today. God is an amazing God. He is our loving, gracious, forgiving God. And there's only one person. This is the thing about Easter. There's only one person that can raise the dead. There's only one person that can rise from the dead. And that's God. That's Jesus. And he did it for you and me. He will never say, I can't do that. Have a great day in Christ. And that is today's Daily Truth.
Thank you for tuning in to Daily Truths with Dave Ahlman. If this ministry is blessing you, please consider supporting us by sharing this channel with a friend. You can also like, comment, subscribe, or leave a review. This helps us tremendously. Come back tomorrow for your next Daily Truth.